Good evening. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Creations by Julie. I am Julie. Ed's behind the camera tonight to try to catch your comments. And if you have any questions, post them in the comments. And if he doesn't see them, don't worry about it. I go back and look at all the comments after the lives. Let's make sure that Facebook actually has us live. It looks like it. Let's make sure I'm turned down. I think so. So when you hop on, we'll wait a minute till people start hopping on. And when you hop on, let us know you're here. And especially if you're a first-time viewer, so we can welcome you. We're getting close to the end of our March Madness. It's hard to believe we're about to be in April. But we have one more Wednesday to do our March Madness. And I thought what I would do tonight is make a cute primitive bunny face. You can't get on? Okay, y'all, hang on 1 minute. Well, it says, all right, I put you back on the other one. Let's see if it
Back on the other.
I put you on my personal page and see if it had something to do with that. All right, there it is. Okay.
Karen Hunter says hi, y'all.
Hi, Karen. Good to see you. Tonight we're going to take this piece of wood and make a primitive bunny face. Now, normally, y'all know, I usually do one of something before I actually do it on live. I have not done one of these. I see it in my head. Whether it turns out the way I see it is an experiment. We'll see. Ed said, well, what are you going to do if it doesn't work? And I'm like, we go to plan B. We'll think of something. You know, I saw it on Pinterest, so I've seen a picture, and I thought, well, I can do that, put my own spin on it. But we're going to see. Like I said, I kind of know what I want to do, but I pulled out a lot of different things because I won't know until I see how it looks on here. But this is just I believe it's 6 inches. This is just a 6-inch wood round. And of course, however your wood is, how big around it is how big your bunny face is going to be. We're not going to put feet on it or anything like that. Oh, I did mean to get something. Oh, well. I was going to get an easel to put it in afterwards, but I don't know where to tell you it's at. I think it's on the fireplace somewhere with something sitting on it, the regular wood easel. But I have several suggestions of how you can either get it to stand up. But we're not going to put feet or anything on it. It's just going to be his face. So I thought what I would do is start by painting the face. You could just leave it this wood if you want to. I wanted it a more primitive look. So I'm using Khaki by Apple Barrel. So we're just going to paint the face first and go from there. And while it's drying, we're going to make the ears. So we have run our air conditioner all afternoon, y'all. Now, you could do the sides if you want to. I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave them the wood. Because, you know, by the time you get all the other stuff on here, you're not going to see much of the side anyway. And I didn't bring anything to put my brush in, so I'll have to just give it to Ed and let him run some water over it.
I'm going to charge extra for that.
I'll double your pay.
You know, double it 2 or 3 times.
I know. Double.
Karen said we went to 40 to 85 in less than 24 hours.
Yeah, it's crazy. We're in the 80s here too. I mean, 3 days ago or so we were. That's part of the wood. You know, needing to turn on the heat just about it. Now we did have several days that it was really nice. Of course, when it gets really nice outside, I open my doors and windows and.
Karen, if you triple zero,
it's still zero.
It's still zero.
All right, now
He said triple my pay, I'm working, but
yeah. Okay, so I just gave it a coat of this khaki color. All right, Ed, would you just put some water on that or something?
but she says I'm worth 000.
You're worth 000. He's worth all of it. Okay, now we're going to work on the ears, and here's where I'm just winging it. I had this little plastic thing, which there again, it's going to depend on how big your round is as to how big your ears are. But I thought this would be a perfect size. I think this came out of a headband ear bunny thing that I took off and cut loose. My dog scratched me a while ago, y'all. It hurts. Okay. But it's a good size, so I'm going to trace that because I don't want my ears floppy. What'd she say?
Karen said I'm priceless and irreplaceable. I don't know about the irreplaceable.
Would I want to replace you? No. Too many years invested.
Hey, but 53, girl.
That's too many. I done got you, well, sort of trained. Okay, so I'm going to just cut out a little ear out of this cardboard because, like I said, I do not, I don't want my ears flopping. So we're going to cut this out to give us a little firmness, and then we're going to cut out some burlap for his ears.
She says they're at 32 and she wouldn't want to start over.
No. Whether you've trained them right or not, who wants to start over? Okay, so I'm going to cut out, I'm going to trace another one. Of course, you know, cut your ears the size you need them according to how big your wood is. You could do little bitty bunnies if you wanted to with those little bitty rounds, but we're just going to go with this. And then I'm going to get smaller for the inside of his ear. And I'm leaving a little extra here because I want to glue this to the back of this wood. That's how I'm going to attach his ears. Okay, so there's that. Now I want to take some burlap. This is just what I had. It's a roll of burlap from Walmart. Of course, you can buy the burlap in the strips in the like the fabric stuff. So I'm going to take and I'm going to fold it because I kind of want the top folded right there. So I'm going to fold it. Wonder if I could get two. I don't know if I can get two or not. Let's see. I believe I can. Let's come down a little bit more. I don't know how well this pen's going to show up on this burlap. Not much at all. So we're just going to cut it like that. And I want a little extra. So I'm going to cut it a little bit wider than my cardboard. Okay, he's not going to have much of a fold at the top, but let's see how this works. That got a little bit.
Barbara Rosecrans says good evening.
Hi, Barbara. Now you can still see the cardboard through here, but that's fine because we're going to give him another depth of stuff on here. So let me cut another one. Because as you know, our bunny's got to have 2 ears. Y'all, when you start dealing with the burlap, you get the little fuzz things everywhere. And I'm just going a little wider than my, my thing. Okay, before I start gluing, I want to use, I think the picture that I saw, and you definitely could use fabric for this, but my fabric's out in my shed and I didn't want to go get it, and I felt like this would be wide enough. So I'm just using ribbon because I don't want it quite as wide as the other. So I'm going to do it like this and then make it even smaller. Don't cut my finger. Some people can just sit down and, you know, draw something that kind of looks like a bunny ear, but not me. I have to have some sort of pattern. All right, I'm gonna cut that down a little more. Let's fold it. And do it that way. Then it has a little bit of balance to it and more uniform, hopefully. You know, there again, when you're crafting, things don't have to be perfect. And I'm probably going to...
Barbara Bennett says good evening.
Hi, Barbara. Thank you for being here. We're making a primitive bunny face. Not his whole body. Just his face. And his ears. Okay. While we're waiting on his face to dry, he's going to be layered. Okay. See. Yeah. All right, now I want another layer for his ears.
Barbara wants to know how the new puppy's doing.
Well, look what she just did to me, just playing, but she's doing okay. She is doing better, but she's, what is it we call her? I mean, she's needy, it seems like. She wants to play, and she wants to take those big old paws and scratch you, and we're having a hard time trying to teach her she's not really biting.
She's just mouthing it.
Yeah, but I mean, she does have a big mouth and she's got sharp teeth. And we don't want her like playing and biting. So we're trying to work on that.
She's just a 50-pound baby.
She has not put her paws through a window again. So that's good. She only wet in the floor 3 times, and that was all. She was pretty much trained now, but we're still keeping the gate up when we're in the living room, and she'll go to the gate, and then she'll go over to Ed and put her head in the fold of his arm, like, I want to go out, and he has to get up and take her. And he's like, Millie, you just came in. I'm like, you want a dog? That's my favorite phrase now. You wanted a dog. All right, I'm just trying to make this one smaller than that one. But she is doing better.
She's a good dog.
But she does like to play. She's got so many toys in there, and she wants you to throw them across the room. But she hasn't learned to turn loose. She'll bring you the ball, but then she keeps it in her mouth. And you have to keep telling her, turn loose, Millie, turn loose. You almost have to yank it out of her mouth to get her to turn it loose. She doesn't just drop it. She puts it in your lap, or if I'm laying on the couch, she comes and she puts it like right here, right in my face. But she doesn't turn loose of it. She's still got her mouth on it.
And she's still got pretty serious zoomies going on.
Yeah, he calls her zoomies when she like takes off running and scooting across the floor, sliding. And then it's like, okay, it's time to take her out.
And she'll.
Okay, I think that's good enough.
We've got a lot and a half, and she will go around that thing in a heartbeat, just all the way around and back, and then come by within about 6 inches of it, and then go again.
Okay, I'm going to, this doesn't matter if this frays on the edges or not. It's no big deal. I don't care if it frays a little. But I'm just going to glue the different layers. And I know, glue comes through.
Pauline Baldwin said good evening.
Hi, Pauline. If it comes through the burlap, that's fine. If the burlap frays on the edges, I'm fine with that. So I'm going to glue both sides. I only did the cardboard because I don't want his ears flopping. I think I want them straight up. And I am going to cut off some of this at the bottom so that only thing I glue onto the back of that wood is the cardboard. So I'll probably have to cut every layer. All right, that just kind of gave it, something firm. And like I said, pull the frays, whatever. It's no big deal. Okay, and then we're going to glue this piece on and cut it off because I want it coming down a little bit too. You can tell he's not going to be.
Yeah, Travis said she was late.
Hi, Ann. We're just getting started making his ears. I've already painted the front of my wood round. Is that what you'd call it, a wood round?
Piece of cut off post.
And now we're just kind of working on the bunny's ears. I wasn't sure how the glue would go through this ribbon. I mean, you don't have to use ribbon. You can, for sure, use fabric. But I had the ribbon right in the house. So that's what I decided I wanted to use. And I just put the cardboard there to stabilize it a little bit because I'm going to take it and glue it here on the back. Like that. Okay. That's a little bit what I was afraid of, that maybe you could see that glue, but I think maybe when it dries you won't. If you do, I'll just take something else and kind of hide that too. Okay, let's do this one. Oh, if I do it that way, it's going to stick to my mat. I think I actually have some gingham like fabric out there, almost the same as this ribbon. Whoop. Okay, and I'm going to cut off the end down here. Get it out of the way.
I'm surprised that burlap's not making you sneeze.
Not yet. Doesn't mean it won't before it's over, but I'm going to be pretty much through with the burlap when I get his ears done. And I'm trying to move it out of the way. Okay, we're just building his ears. Doesn't matter if they're exactly the same or not.
Thank you, Miss Ann, for the sprinkle.
But I was thinking, you know, this lighter, even if I had done felt, I think you could see glue through it. I might could have tried a glue stick or something. Oh, I didn't want all that glued down anyway. I'm just leaving room at the end. I think that's okay. Leaving room at the end to glue it on the back of his face. It's going to be a her, actually, not a him. So I don't know why I keep saying him. All right, now I'm going to take a little bit of pink and just kind of dry brush. And when I say dry brush, you just put, it's kind of a chip brush, you just put a little bit of ink on there, and then you wipe off most of it. And I'm just gonna, you just barely, so you can just kind of barely see the pink. Just put a little bit of pink there. And I'm going to use the same pink for his rosy cheeks. Her rosy cheeks. Because I'm going to put a bow on her. Okay. Now you have to figure out which way you want it. Mine had a little black dot right there, see? But once you put that one paint over it, you could do a white face. I mean, I just kind of wanted a primitive looking bunny. Okay, so I'm going to put the ears on first. Where's my pen? This cardboard should hold the ears on fine. If not, we could take, I want to see how far down I want them. Right where the beige starts. We could take a popsicle stick and go across there if we need to. But they're not heavy, so I don't think we need to. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. His little ears. And I don't think we need to put anything across there. I mean, you could take, you know, a popsicle stick or another piece of, you could even take a piece of this cardboard and put it across there and staple it or glue it, or, you know, maybe we will do that. That would just give it a little bit of extra stability back there.
Karen, it says, cute so far. And Ann Travis says she'll be cute.
Yeah, if I can figure out exactly what I want to do about her nose.
Thank you for the sprinkle, Miss Karen.
I'm not positive what I want to do with her whiskers or her nose, but we'll figure out something. But that's what we've got so far. Or just the real primitive ears that you just make however you want to make them. All right, now let's see.
Thank you for the sprinkle, Miss Ann.
I have some buttons that I thought I would do for eyes. If I can find two buttons kind of the same. And we'll have to decide how big we want them. Do we want little eyes like that? Do we want a little bit bigger? The key's going to be finding two alike.
Yeah. You have been in that
bucket. Yeah, there's a lot of brown buttons in here.
You've been in that thing so many times. Karen says bigger.
Bigger than these?
She says bigger, yes.
Okay, maybe about this size.
Actually, that looks pretty. You haven't got another one.
Well, I mean, that thing's full, so.
Well, I have seen a rabbit with one blue eye and one eye.
Okay, I'm going to have a mess here on the table. I don't know, maybe they say there's no two just alike. See, they've all a little bit different. That one's got a paw on it, but that side's plain brown, which would be fairly close to that one. So that one's got little cutouts in it. That one does too, but it's smaller. Y'all just talk to each other while I sort through buttons.
Karen says yes. I think that's good because the actual brown on it matches your ears.
These two?
Yeah.
Well, they're not the same color brown, but does that matter?
They look the same to me.
They're not. This
and
one's.
Travis says yes, that's good.
Those are. That one's lighter brown. See, it's like they're really dark on one side. That one's closer. In fact, that one's almost just like that. Other than this one has 4 holes and that one has 2. Now, is that going to bug me? Possibly.
Nobody can see that close.
It'll bug me, though.
Karen says it's primitive. It doesn't have to match. Just be close.
Just something close, huh? That's a real pretty button. There's some pretty buttons in here. But it may be no two are just alike. So I think we may go with those. These two. One's darker than the other, but... You
have crafted for eons out of that same bucket.
I have, and they're from Walmart. They're like $10. And I've used a lot of brown buttons. I don't think I want to use a button for the nose. I think... I'll leave this one out just in case, but I think I want to use a heart. I don't know. We'll see. And I mean, some of these in here are tiny, tiny. Like if you wanted to cover up those holes, see, you could do that.
And Travis says her daughter has brown eyes, and believe it or not, they're not both the same color.
I kind of like that. That covers up the holes.
It makes it 3-dimensional.
Yeah. Oops, there went one on the floor. Hopefully Millie won't find it. All right, so we're getting there, y'all. I just had to dump them all out to get there. And I don't think I'm going to glue them on until I decide about the nose and the whiskers. I've got 2 options for whiskers. A lot of little bitty buttons too.
I'm just showing you 3-dimensional.
I think I have red ones too. I think I bought brown ones and red ones. Red and pink, I think, are together. But I do a lot of things neutral color, so okay. I think that's good. Now for the nose, I have, I don't know if I'm going to use that for the whiskers or these for the whiskers. We'll see. And you know, a bunny's nose, I don't have any medium hearts. I've got this size, which is supposed to be turned this way. And I've got this size. I think these are too little. His eyes are much bigger than that. You know, it wouldn't hurt for a bunny to have a big nose. See, I think that's too little. I don't know.
No.
You don't think that's too little?
Well, a bunny has kind of a muzzle.
We're not going for realistic though. But it's going to be one of these two. But I even had
I'll send Millie out in the yard
to get me a bunny. I even thought about using one of these things because I could actually run the wire or the pipe cleaners through the ends. We could paint. This has really different, like it could stand out a little bit. Get off there. Like this, and run the whiskers out the ends. But then they have these oblong ones like that too.
I don't like that.
Y'all notice Ed doesn't like to give his opinion. He's real slow to give his opinion. All right, would you like that if I painted it pink? Or do you like the upside down heart?
I like that.
This size?
Yeah.
We're going to do it pink?
Pauline Baldwin says she likes the heart. And Karen Hunter says she likes the heart.
She likes the heart.
Big or little, ladies. Big or little.
All right, let me turn it around, and y'all, Ed says little. This is the little, and I hadn't glued his eyes on yet. That's the little, and then we're going to put whiskers on him. And we're going to paint it pink. And then this would be a bigger one. I could even raise this just a tad by putting it on top of that one to give it kind of a 3D too. Like that. And then the whiskers would go up and under it. So do y'all like the big one or the little one? Karen says yes. I don't know. The big one or the little one, or both.
Big.
The big.
Pauline said,
I kind of like it raised.
Yep, it looks good. The bigger one.
Okay, let's.
Travis says the bigger one looks too big. But
Well, we can always pull it off. We're going to put some pink on it. And we got to put some pink
rouge.
cheeks here.
Pauline says raise it.
And you know, the wood's different. It's a different texture on each side. Like this side is just soaking up the pink.
It causes larger growth rings on that side.
Oh, you're going to give us the technical reason. Okay. Now, where's my... I don't want tons. I just want to tone this down a little bit.
You haven't glued your little one yet, have you?
I hadn't glued anything yet. I hadn't glued his eyes or anything. It looks like it needs a little bit. It's funny because it's like sometimes wood doesn't really take the color. Get on there. am fumble fingers tonight. Get on there. All right, something like that. All right. Now, what do you think? I've got this wire, rusty wire, that we could like twist around something.
You make it his mustache.
His little whiskers.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to be able to see them.
I don't know, there would be 3 of them. Let me see, it would, well, it won't slip up in there too far because that other heart's there. But I'm going to do 3. And I might do them on this heart. Oops. Let me find a... Or I can do the pipe cleaners. So we'll do one side wire and one side pipe cleaner. This piece of wire doesn't want to cooperate with me. It's like it's knotted. Where's the other one?
Wire, since it's primitive, Karen said.
That's what I was thinking. And I think it'll show up enough.
Well, I can see it. Of course, then again, what do I know about primitive?
Yeah, it's old. Needs to be thrown away. That's your thought of primitive. And once I get them glued, then I could, like, you know, raise them up like that. But I think the wire. And I'm going to glue them onto his little nose and then put the other on top of that.
Ann said the pipe cleaner would be too light.
Yeah, I think it would blend in with the face too much. I think. But you know, you just kind of have to play, and now that I've dumped beads all over the place here. I thought those were some neat beads. They're very unusual. And I'm just taking this wire and running it around the end of a
Paintbrush.
yeah. It takes 2 of us, Ed. I've really gotten bad about forgetting my words here lately, it seems like. It's like... All right. Now, this will be the thing, is if I just make 6 of them and then I'll work on...
Remember, you got to attach them. You got to put a good bit of glue on
Oh, it'll be fine. I'm thinking more about to where they kind of spread out the same. But once they get glued on, then I can do that.
And Travis said, y'all been together so long, it finishes your
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. He does. Sometimes, though, he'll be talking. I'm not as bad as you are about, you know, what's her face? And I don't have a clue who he's trying to talk about. There's a lot of what's her faces. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's start gluing here. Let's get our eyes on here.
Polling ball instead of looking cute.
Oops. And we're going to go with the darker part up. You need to come over here and do this, Ed.
No.
My fingers just aren't working.
If I'm on camera, I have to comb my hair.
Why I don't? You could wear pajama bottoms and nobody would even know.
And Travis said, are you going to do eyelashes?
Well, I would have to draw them. I don't know, Ann. An artist I'm not. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it is a girl. But I think I'm putting the bow up here. You probably couldn't even see them. In fact, I should have moved the eyes down, but we'll deal with it. Okay. Now, let's glue this heart down. Doesn't matter how this heart's turned. Not going to see it. And then we're just going to put glue all over this thing. Don't want to put my hands in that glue. And we can always bend them a little bit. Hold them and bend them up or down or however we need to. That one's not in the glue, so it needs to go in the glue. Okay. Now the thing is, okay, let me turn it around towards me for a minute. I may have to pull them out a little straight for a minute to get that other heart on there. That one's not glued at all. Scrunch that one back together just a little bit there. All right, that's stuck to some of it, but I'm gonna put some more glue right there and hold it for a second. What did I leave that one button out for? Was I thinking about putting a button on the nose?
I don't think so.
I see just a little bit of glue around that eye. Okay.
She's ready for a close-up.
I'm going to make her a bow. Okay, that's what we got so far. Did I get them on there straight? Close enough?
Close enough.
Okay. Let's make her a bow. Okay.
And Travis says cute.
I think she's cute. Now we're going to frill her up a little bit. So I know I want this, just one thing on the bottom.
But Sandy says she's cute.
And I don't want it huge. So I'm going to put it in here. And I'm just going to do like 3 inches. Yeah, 3 inches is good. Okay. Let me wind this back up. Put my pen back in it. Oh, I didn't have a pen in this one because it was new, but I'll use the pen that came out of the other one. Okay, and I've got, this is what I brought. You may want to tag. Okay, I don't think I'm going to put any of that white in there, but I like this. So we're just going to make a loop with this. And we don't want our bow too big. And you could do fabric, you know, lace. I should have brought some lace, but I didn't. I guess I was thinking more primitive. And I didn't bring any pink ribbon. But we may just go with a pretty simple bow since her eyes are up pretty high. And then I like this. If y'all remember, this is the ribbon I got out the other day to put down the sides of my pillow that I thought would be so pretty, but I knew I wanted to put it in a bow. So I wasn't sure how much I was going to use. Millie's jumping up on the... I'm going to try two loops of this. She's peeking over the top of the half door. Okay. We're going to go with that. I'm not really going to have like tails hanging down or anything because I think that would take away from her. So I'm just going to do this little bit and see if I like it. And then I may put some of this, I call it, it's like straw, but it's called Excelsius or something like that. Okay, I'm just going to take it and tie it in the back. You could add more jute to it.
And Travis says she's not sure what she's going to do with her towel, but if she crafts with it, she'll tag it.
Good, I want to see it. And we'll separate these a little bit since there's 2 of them. Put those in the middle. So I'm thinking I just want, I'm going to put a pretty good knot back here because that may be where I put the glue. just going to make her a simple little bow. See, if I had put tails on it, it would have come down too far. So I think I'm going to just attach that bow right there at the top. Just right at the top of that wood round. And then I'm going to maybe put a little, I probably need to draw her a mouth. And I think I'm going to put a little bit of this. Just a little bit. Which makes a mess, but it does make her look more.
Karen said she needs a mouth.
Yeah, I need to draw her a mouth. This.
You know what?
What, you gonna say something ugly about a mouth? A woman and a mouth? You better watch it. We are talking bunnies here, Ed. And I can trim it if I don't like. If I don't like how much it is.
And Travis says, okay, it'd be nice.
Yeah. You've done pretty good so far. You just better watch it.
Karen Hunter says, Ed, you're outnumbered. Remember, even the dog is a girl.
That's right.
Well, I always get the last word in at my house. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, right. It may be so low nobody hears it. Okay, let's see. Yep, can't see her eye. So we'll push the bow up a little. But that's what makes her her and not a him. Is a little bow. She kind of got flyaway hair there. We're going to pull this part of the bow that away, where it doesn't cover her eye quite so much. But then that makes her bow look crooked. So, you know, this is why you make one ahead of time, because they're like, oh, I should have put the eyes down a little bit lower so I had more room to put the bow. But you can see her eyes. You just don't. She doesn't. I don't think I need to worry with the lashes though. But she does need a mouth. Okay, so there she is, sort of. And I see a little bit of dark spots up here for the glue, but I don't think that matters. Now let's see if I can find a marker. Okay. Oh, let's see. I think we came down and up. And down. Okay, pretty close. So there she is so far. I thought, you know, to make it primitive, that I would take one of these tags, although this is not what I thought it was. I thought it was a paper tag.
Karen said awesome.
I was going to take a paper tag and write on it and put it up and under here, but I want it.
What are you doing, making a
Wrinkle.
mini pearl rabbit?
Yeah, I'm not going to put a price tag on it. But I want a. I thought these were paper where I could crinkle them up. I don't have anything in here
She looks good, just like
to
you.
do that. I'm going to put a tag on her, I think, but I may use my stamps. All right, so I mean, you could, just like she is, you could prop her up on something, like an easel, or, I don't know, I meant to bring one in here to show y'all. Dollar Tree has these little things that I first looked at and I thought, well, I don't know what I would do with that. And then someone made the suggestion, just buy them to be the back of something, but it's already got a base on it and it comes up and it may have like a little flower, but you could like glue this on that flower and prop it up like this and it could stand up on its own. But I didn't bring it in here. But this is pretty much what she would be like on an easel. So just have something to kind of prop her up. But I think I will make a tag either out of a paper bag or a paper tag. I thought these were paper, but these are hard wood. Because, you know, the paper tag you can grunge up and you can wrinkle it and do all that stuff to it. Okay. I think she's pretty much done. What do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think she needs anything else?
No, she don't need anything.
You don't think she needs a button wrap in them?
No, I don't think she needs it.
Y'all know Ed is less is more. Gotta quit. Okay, let me see what I think. Other than a tag, she is going to get a tag. Yeah, I think. But I like the 3D eyes. I think it looks really cute. And I don't think her bow's too big.
No.
So, okay, well, that's our bunny face for tonight. Didn't take as long as I thought. What? Did we do 6 or 6:30? We did 6, so about an hour. If you did not see what I made at noon, I did some magnolia stencils. And I did turn them over and do the other side too. I was not as pleased with the other side because when I painted it the pink, hot pink, and then did white over it, I just didn't think it popped as much as the side that was white with the pink dots on it. So, but anyway, you can go back and watch that live. Also, I don't know if y'all know it or not, but all my lives are on YouTube. I mean, it's hard when you get on somebody's page and you scroll to have to look for lives. And true, when you come in on my lives or even on a replay, it does help the Facebook algorithm. But I know it's also easier if you just go to YouTube and do a search for Creations by Julie. All my videos will pop up, and it probably from the last year and a half to 2 years, and then you could just go through and look at them. The ones from today, I probably will upload to YouTube on Friday, and then you should be able to see them. But anyway, that's it for tonight. So we will be back here Wednesday. I'm thinking that I might just do one on Wednesday because we're getting ready for our big passion play, we call it, The Promise, for Easter, and we have a special called choir practice Wednesday night unless he changes it. So I may just do one Wednesday, and then the following week I'm just going to have to wait and see because we'll have dress rehearsals for 2 nights, then we do performances Thursday through Sunday. So I'll be very busy and very tied up, so I'm not sure, but I will send out like an hour before I go live. I'm thinking about doing the Telegram thing so that you could even hang this if you put a little piece of jute back here. I'm thinking about signing up for the Telegraph and having it sent out like that, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay, so anyway, thank y'all so much for being on here tonight and our little primitive bunny. And we will be back Wednesday at 12:30. So we'll see y'all then, and it'll be our last Easter craft, and then we're going to move on to Mother's Day. And let's see, after Mother's Day is what? 4th of July and spring. We're going to do some spring flowers too. And I'm going to teach you how to do roses out of coffee filters. And we're going to go back and do the book Angel and a lot of different things for spring. So y'all have a great night and a great weekend. And I will see you next week. Be safe. Bye-bye.